And welcome back to another edition of the John Wayne Search Protector Podcast, 6040 production. I'm Eric Halsey.
I'm Alex Midway, and I've been teasing it for a while, but today you're going to get the full oxycodone trip experience because I definitely timed my painkillers wrong, and they're still hitting hard.
Well, should be fun. Can't wait to ask you tons of questions about Israel.
I've already got a Palantir drone headed to my house, but one thing I completely forgot about talking last time is Halloween candy. So I finally decided to hand out Halloween candy. Not hand it out, but just leave a bucket and have random kids steal the entire bucket.
Yep.
And then leave it for nobody else. But I bought a bunch of Halloween candy, Kirtland Signature, obviously supporting Costco. And that made me, like right now I'm eating out of a bag because I got a second bag. And there's good ones and there's bad ones. I think we need to do a tier system of Halloween candy.
All right, I'm in. How many tiers?
I mean, we do tops, we do trash people, and decent. Maybe 3 tiers.
Okay, I'm in. Tier A being elite, Tier B being meh, and Tier C being this is why I pee on your door.
There you go.
Alrighty, let's go. Hit me.
So, at the bottom, I'm going to have to go ahead and say it's Milky Way. Milky Way has 0 redeeming qualities. I mean, especially in a bag where you also have Snickers. Like, that's the worst combination. Is like when you have this thing, and you have its bigger brother with peanuts in it, so much better.
It's, Milky Way is at pretty much my very bottom, just over Three Musketeer. I think Three Musketeer is the worst of them all.
Yeah, they're up there. They're trash. And honestly, I didn't think Twizzlers were that good. I didn't have Twizzlers in a Kirkland one, but I would take a Twizzler just on the thought that it's actually a little bit healthier. So if I'm going to eat trash, I might as well eat healthy trash.
If you are talking about a healthier mindset and choosing this candy, we might as well just move on to how Tesla's doing, buddy. I refuse to cross that bridge. Hit me. What's next?
It's like grabbing a Diet Coke with your super value meal. But
yeah, exactly.
Another one that's honestly in the bottom for me is regular M&Ms. Complete garbage. Again, in the bag with peanut M&Ms, they shouldn't be side by side.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to put them up towards the top of tier 2. I was once like you, and then about a year and a half ago, got on a real M&M kick. And I was sitting there, I was like, I've never really appreciated just a regular M&M.
Do you have Halloween candy left over? Because I think we can make some trades here.
Unfortunately, we don't. I was out of town on Halloween.
All right, fair enough.
Which is normally not I was not happy about it. The setup we have over the past few years, I bring out the solo stove out into the driveway, set up a table, get a cooler full of beers and red Fireball, start handing out beers to parents, and then just tomahawk dunking candy into kids' bags. I'm hammered by the time the first kid shows up.
I figured
pumpkin beer.
A man with a solo stove is probably bringing out a Chablis out there and drinking from the wine glass, but beer man?
Yep. I generally, at some point, I start getting yelled at because I start handing out pumpkins instead of like Miller Lights to people. So, as you know, once I'm drunk, I all of a sudden turn into a millionaire where money is just a construct and doesn't really matter. Yeah, and I didn't get to do that this year. We were at a wedding.
That's a damn shame, Ben. But
down the sticks.
Fair enough. Yeah. Tier 2, I would put Almond Joy in there. Almond Joy is making a comeback, and I do love all the coconut in it.
Almond Joy's in my top tier. I love dark chocolate, love coconut, and will tolerate an almond.
Perfect. And riding side by side next to it, I would say it's probably going to be Snickers and the Reese's Cups.
Wait a minute. No, I take that back. Almond Joy tier 2. Mounds, which is the dark chocolate one with coconut, no nut, is in my top tier. I take that back. Almond Joy's milk chocolate.
You gotta get the peanut in there, man. Agree to disagree.
All right, fair enough. What do we got next?
You tell me, what's your number one, your go-to? Because I found it again.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
That was one.
It looks like a crown because it is a joyous food meant for kings. It is the all elite #1 candy, and just like people saying Guns N' Roses wasn't the best band on earth, I will fist fight any one of you.
I do remember bringing you your first Guns N' Roses concert and introducing you to the band. So
Yes,
you're welcome.
introducing me to the band at my poorest.
Yep. Just it was an up and coming act that I decided that you should watch.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, Butterfinger. It was in the bag, and I completely forgot how great they are.
Interesting. I have not had a Butterfinger in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to, going off memory, it would be right at the top of tier 2, bottom of tier 1.
It's kind of the same thing as people who think Guinness is a heavy beer until they have one and they remember, or they find out for the first time that it's an amazing light beer. It's the same thing for Butterfinger. If you haven't had it in a while, grab yourself a Butterfinger. Top tier candy, stands by itself.
Yes, and Butterfinger accepting sponsorships.
Take money from everybody but APAC.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe APAC.
Let's move on to the hits here. Today was a big day. Started out at what's called 4:44 last Tuesday when we left you. It was 4:37 this morning, 4:45 at close. And today was the day for the actual pay package. And one thing that I found out very different from this pay package and the 2018 one is the fact that Tesla went ahead and moved from incorporating in Delaware and they moved down to Texas. This time around, Elon Musk was able to vote on whether the package should be approved. And much like Congress voting on if they can get approved, I think this is the dumbest concept ever. But with his 15%, all he needed was another 36% of people to say that, hey, we want to go ahead and give this package. And surprise, surprise, it got approved.
Well, the only thing I know for sure is there's definitely never a conflict of interest there.
Yeah, you shouldn't be voting on whether you're able to give yourself a raise or not, especially if you can control 15%. You're just 36% away. You're starting a whole lap ahead of everybody else in the 5K.
Yeah, kill them all. Honestly, I don't care anymore. I'm so sick of Tesla. I'm so sick of these numbers that don't even you can't even compute what $1 trillion looks like. It's like when you say epic or legendary too much and it loses all of its meaning. That's how I feel like $1 trillion is.
Yeah, it's we've actually been a little bit dumbfounded by all the numbers that are tossing out. $52 billion. That's really not that much given the fact that we're sending God knows how much to Argentina. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I remember feeling disgusted when I think it was Aaron Rodgers was the first to get $100 million contract. And now it's like, man, we pay our punter that.
Numbers are wild, but it's one thing. It's today's going to be a whole lot of stocks here to start out with because it's been a lot of movement in it. And one thing that I actually read about today was Kimberly-Clark went ahead and bought up Kenvue, and these are the same guys who make Tylenol. And if you take a look at Tylenol stock, it was at about at $22 back in August, and then Brainworm and the president started screaming that it causes autism, kills you, and yada, 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 everything else like that. And it went all the way down to $14. And then Kimberly-Clark goes ahead and is like, cool, we'll go ahead and buy it because this is the same brand that also sells Band-Aids and Listerine. So it's not that bad of a stock, and ever since they bought it, it's already gone up 16. It's at $16.50. So as long as they stop talking about it, that stock's just going to keep climbing back up.
I wonder if Kimberly-Clark has made any kind of donations to the Trump campaign at any point.
It's got to come out that they helped donate to the ballroom, and then that's going there, and no one's going to do anything about it because that's kind of par for the course nowadays.
Just how you get things done.
So speaking of Kimberly-Clark, as soon as they bought the actual Kenvue, their stock went from $1.19 to $100. But with having Kenvue in there and the fact that all of this is kind of dying down, it's the same thing with the initial outrage of Bud Light. People are going to go back to using Tylenol. It works. I'm sorry. The same way that a Kid Rock is still drinking Bud Light, after emptied out a clip on it. Like, people take Tylenol, and so if you want to make a couple shekels, go ahead and buy yourself some Kimberly Clark. It's bound to go back up.
Yeah, Tylenol is an absolute institution in this country. It's not going away. It just isn't.
You go try and tell somebody with a headache, like, no, man, you don't want that. I was like, oh, I do want that. 1,000,000%.
Yeah, I just started the Tylenol murders on Netflix, where some kook started replacing a handful of gel caps in each bottle with cyanide. And gotta tell you, if they battled back to just being like the number one pain reliever, in the U.S. after that, autism ain't touching you, buddy.
You were legit killing people. They're like, no, we're still going back on the shelves.
Yeah, it's Teflon. No.
So one thing that you did bring up on a past episode when we were talking about The Big Short, as far as all the stocks and everything else, well, that guy from The Big Short, his name is Michael Burry, and he's back in the news because he went ahead, and clearly he's a listener, so shout out to Big Mike over here, and he went ahead and he bet against both NVIDIA and Palantir. He went ahead and put $187 million against NVIDIA and a whole 912 against Palantir. And we're not the only ones who think that operating at 100x is something that's not going to last.
Yeah, again, and I am maybe one of like the 10 dumbest people I know. None of this passes the smell test.
Well, it all depends on who you ask, because Alex Karp, the CEO of Palantir, has come out and said that the two companies that he's short are the ones making all the money, which is super weird. The idea that chips and ontology is what you want to short is bat-ass crazy. And he does have a point, because straight out of the Elon Musk book of negotiation, Karp had said that in the future, in quarter 4, Palantir will beat its earnings of 1.2 projected billion and bring in 1.3 billion. Now, if you take a look at it, Palantir's valuation currently is, checks notes, $419 billion, and they bring in they'll bring in a whole whopping 1.3 per quarter, so roughly about $5 billion a year is what they're bringing in, and they're worth $419 billion.
Yeah, none of this makes sense.
Even Bloomberg came out and he said the shares traded a forward 12 months price to earning ratio of 230. And it's the magnificent that's Yoxie talking. Magnificent, I'm gonna skip that.
Wow.
Magnificent 7 big tech stocks have a PE ratio of 35. So that's according to Bloomberg.
Yeah, again, I guess I kind of see, you look at like the future of what it's potentially worth. Maybe that's times 35 of what you're actually producing at the moment. But 230 is insanity.
Like 35, I get it. You got stuff in the pipeline and anything else. Like even 50, I think that's astronomical numbers, but it's like 100, 200, 230. Like, guys, like, you guys are going way too far. And Palantir stock just at the start of this year was about $85, and it's a whole lot more now. Like, it just went through the roof.
Yeah, and eventually, call it 3 years from now, when Palantir's board is in front of the, we're doing the Nuremberg trials and stuff, like, what happens to the stock then?
Yeah, like, it's at the start of this year, it was at $77, and it went all the way up to $200 in a span of 11 months. Like, that's more than double. And I get it, they got a bunch of government contracts and everything else, but it's also the amount of X multipliers that they're doing. Like, the company brings in less than $1.5 billion a quarter, and its market valuation's $420 billion. Like, make it make sense.
Yeah, no, got me on this one. But, I barely passed high school, so what do I know?
So let's jump over to Ukraine, get out of the stock business. We already gave you some hot tips on how to get rich.
Yeah, let's get back to something that might make sense. Ukraine.
Let's see if the war has ended, and spoiler alert, it hasn't. But I mean, what's another update? Like, there's people dying on both sides. They're all grinding for small pieces of land. It's not stopping. And the great thing is our president is definitely not throwing gas onto the fire, because he's come out and said, we're going to resume nuclear testing because everyone's doing it. And honestly, China, Russia, and the US haven't tested nukes since the 1990s. I mean, we have enough stockpile to blow the entire place over like 5 times in a row. Like, we don't need more effective nukes. Like, that's not the problem. I mean, if we start testing them, we want to get like 100 times over, like Palantir-like returns. That's the only benefit. But since he's come out and said we're doing it, Russia said, okay, we'll start testing nukes again. Like, this is the dumbest thing to do. If you're going to say, I'm stopping a war in 24 hours, and then you're like, no, we're testing nukes.
Yeah, a little bit of conflicting information there, but you know what? Nothing needs to make sense anymore. He's rich, you're poor. Just believe in him.
It's called the weave. I talk about peace, and bam, right in the kiss it, I talk about nukes.
Bam! Threaten to go after Nigeria because a couple Christians ate it, but will completely turn a blind eye to the thousands of the Muslim children that have been destroyed in Gaza.
Jesus Christ!
Well,
even what's it called?
At least we're going apples to apples, right?
Yeah, he's what's it called? He was out there having a presser, and he's like, I was also in charge of the strikes out there in the Middle East. Like, that was me. I'm still in charge of things. I'm not incompetent at all.
All the hottest companies are reaching out to us. Depends has been all over me about.
And what's it called? You sent something over to me when it's had Oz talking about obesity and dementia, and he's just sitting there drooling like
as that fat slob's dead asleep as everybody else is talking.
That's the best picture. I was like, you know what? Dementia and obesity, like, there is a link on that one. Like, as long as we're getting away from a foreskin autism, like, that's the one we should be going after.
No, we're still very invested in kid dicks.
So.
All right. Well, I need a little bit of a palate cleanser. I don't know about you. So let's try talking about something cool. Tuesday, we got the first sniff of the upcoming blue tsunami as New York City mayoral race, Virginia and New Jersey governor elections took place with Team Everything is on Fire absolutely curb stomping Team MAGA. Zoran Mandami beat out independent MAGA candidate Andrew Cuomo and some loser in a beret, and it turned out to be a good old-fashioned S show, including, but not limited to, racism, xenophobia, and, checks notes, hot girls?
Hot girls for Cuomo. It's, I don't know if you guys have all seen this one, but if you haven't, I forgot who it was, but it was a MAGA influencer. She's like, oh my God, I'm going to start this thing where it's hot girls for Cuomo because anyone who follows Mamdani is a lesbian. And she went ahead, she had this little presser, and one of the photos that came out of that one, it had Cuomo standing in the background looking like a creeper. But like all MAGA fashion, she also forgot to register the website, hotgirlsforcuomo.com. So someone went ahead and grabbed it. And if you go to hotgirlsforcuomo.com, it's going to go to all the, what's it called? The court cases where they went after him for sexual harassment.
Yeah. Most on brand you could get with anything MAGA. Not DMing your own website. Just
a whole bunch of yelling, zero follow through.
It's just like in the league when Jerry Jones let the DallasCowboys.com site lapse.
It's more than just the league. It was in real life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that was fun. In New Jersey, Mickey Sherrill beat out 3-time MAGA loser Jack Ciatrielli by 420,000 votes, while Abby Spanberger beat out legitimate insane person Winsome Earl Sears by almost 500,000 votes. Congrats to the biggest winners this week, and a heartfelt suck it to the losers.
Did you see Winsome Earl's bust like legit caught on fire?
Yeah. Again, they're sticking on brand, man.
It's the microcosm of the entire campaign, and But president's already come out and he said, obviously, anytime someone that isn't him wins, it's cheating, flat out lies, illegal Mexicans were voting, yada yada yada. Like, no, dude, these are people who hate your policies.
Impossible. I'm too rich for things to disagree with me.
Have they not seen my bathroom remodel? Like, that's not how you connect to the working class, my guy.
Yeah. Also super cool. Prop 50 passed by with over 2 million votes to spare. So California is about to gerrymander the hell out of their state to combat Texas and the rest of these dum-dums that are all following orders too. And it sounds like a lot of blue states are now saying, screw it, we'll do it too.
Yeah, and I mean, what's it called? Schwarzenegger's come out and he said, like, we shouldn't be doing this, but I'll disagree with him. Like, if you don't do it, then they're just going to get all these stupid things. And the fact is, like, they did it right out in California. They put it on a ballot, like, listen, do you, the voters, believe we should do this? Instead of going and locking yourself in the actual house and just burning the midnight oil and doing some shady things behind closed doors like the Republicans are doing. Like, what California did is fine.
Yeah, having a president middle of the decade just demand a state gerrymander is so, and it gets glossed over as like it's just a normal thing. So just imagine Obama said this to Florida or something. I just, the amount of blood shooting out of people's eyes as it. But no, with Trump, it's just a normal thing. So you know what? The only way we have to fight back.
I mean, he normalized it back in Georgia in the first after the first election. He's like, I need you to find me 1,200 votes. He's like, that's all we need to win. And I'm pretty sure we got him. He's like, I need you to find me 7 seats because the policies I'm passing are just garbage. But I need to stay in power to make sure that the billionaires are taken care of.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what? Congrats to California. Another fun little fact about voting is that sometimes state elections don't always happen at the same time. Sometimes state elections happen in different years due to a wide variety of reasons like term limits, start dates, state laws, etc., etc. Here's a fun little hint. If you have to sit through 3 state campaign commercials and 1 commercial break for an NFL football game, then it's probably your state's year to vote because they bombarded us in the last state election. Haven't seen any commercials or yard signs? Then it ain't your year, homie. Also, I kind of hate having to say this out loud. If you don't live in New York City, you don't get to vote in that city's mayoral election. If you don't live in New Jersey or Virginia, you don't get to vote in those state elections either. And I kind of figured that was common knowledge, but wouldn't you know it's not. Let's check over to the red state. Kentucky Secretary of State Republican Michael Adams had to tweet out, their attorney general, quote, we're getting calls about polls being closed. They are closed because we do not have elections today. Kentucky votes next year. You cannot vote today in Kentucky for the mayor of New York City or the governor of Virginia. Sorry. End quote. Wild thing for somebody to have to say, but honestly, I don't think Kentucky, until they pass a competency test, I don't think they should be able to vote on anything more important than the next Mountain Dew flavor.
It's like all the things about Mamdani. You saw people voting. He's like, oh, if he wins, there's no way I'm staying in New York. And like you click on their profile, like the guy lives in Brisbane, Australia. Like, yeah. My guy, like you have no voice in this race. Like,
I did see that one. I'm moving out of New York tomorrow. You're like, tweeted from Kentucky. You're like, buddy.
Like, you tweeted us at 4 a.m. Like, oh, okay, never mind. It just it's noon down where you're living right now in the UK.
Yeah. So on to FBI Director Kash Patel, fresh off wishing everybody a happy Diwali and then getting a real good look at what his base really thinks about other cultures, got caught using an FBI jet to go see his girlfriend, Alexis Wilkins, sing at an amateur wrestling event in State College, Pennsylvania, before the two charted off over to Nashville. Patel was absolutely deep fried online over using a government jet for personal trips in the middle of a government shutdown, but never one to hold back. Patel answered his critics by pulling a Donald, and meaning he's definitely not going to answer the question. But let's check him out. To Twitter, let me be clear, we will not be distracted by baseless rumors or noise from uninformed internet anarchists and the fake news. I've always said, criticize me all you want, but going after the people doing great work, my personal life, or those around me is a total disgrace. Disgustingly baseless attacks against Alexis, a true patriot, and the woman I'm proud to call my partner in life are beyond pathetic. She is a rock-solid conservative and a country music sensation who has done more for this nation than most will in 10 lifetimes. I'm so blessed she's in my life. And to our supposed allies staying silent, your silence is louder than the clickbait haters.
Listen, first of all, she's done more than some people will in 10 lifetimes. Like, you're playing at a state college in Pennsylvania for an amateur wrestling event. Like, you're not exactly opening up for Kid Rock in Nashville at his prime.
So question for you. I don't know how big you are into amateur wrestling.
Not at all.
Yeah. All right. So they're generally like, there's only one song during a wrestling event, and that's the national anthem at the beginning. There is no halftime. There's no halftime show. Was she, and I can't find any of this information online, it is possible he flew all the way to State College, Pennsylvania to listen to her sing the national anthem, and then they effed off over to Nashville.
Oh, I mean, it's not like he's missing any work. He's not doing anything there. Like, the one thing that he said, like, right before Halloween, he's like, oh, we stopped this massive crime in Michigan, and, like, cool, there was no crime. Like, so it's not like he's helping anything and they're missing him in the office, so he can do whatever. And, like, oh, cool, the boss is gone. Like, F that guy, he's useless.
We just broke ISIS's Project Pumpkin. You're like, no, those were 16-year-old kids, man.
It's like, what's it called? And I went on Alexis Wilkinson's website, and it is alexiswilkins.com, but the music bookings and the media bookings is the exact same email address, and it's at gmail.com. Like, you can't even do it for your own website. Like, you're supposed to be a 10x patriot. Like, come on, step up.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Taylor Swift is just at taylorswift, at gmail.com.
At angelfire.net.
Yeah. But I mean, some people would think once you hit sensation, it would just be at whatever your website is, but not this true patriot. Definitely not a honeypot.
You should definitely talk to Cash and be like, hey, can I get Alexis Wilkins at FBI.gov? Like, no problem. I'm a big depot.
Yeah. So remember, after everything Cash Patel said about true patriot, country music sensation, blah, 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 that was into a direct question about, hey, why are you using FBI planes during a shutdown to go see your chick? So again, a complete non-answer there about why he's using government planes to travel for his personal life. But Cash had one more trick up his sleeve that he learned from our own El Presidente. You see, all government aircrafts are tracked, and that information is available to the public. Stephen Palmer is a 27-year vet of the FBI and oversees the FBI's aviation units, or I guess we should say oversaw, because he got axed on Friday amid all of this controversy. You don't like job numbers? Fire the guy reporting them. You don't like people knowing you use government jets to go see your honeypot girlfriend sing at a college wrestling event? Fire the guy whose job it is to track the planes we pay for.
Well, another thing, the private airplane lobby's actually been going for this one and not getting a lot of these planes listed and taking them off the registry. And the irony is that Patel, a couple years ago, when he wasn't in power, was actually railing on Christopher Wray. And he's like, why is he taking the plane? Well, it's $15,000 every time he takes off. Like, how about we just put an end to that? And now he's like, cool, I'm going to grab a jet and go see, like, some state college amateur wrestling event. Like, how are you recruiting future FBI agents? Like, no, not even close.
No, not even all. I just want to see if we can still molest these kids like when like when Paterno was there. I mean, there are no Epstein files. Speaking of banging, is JD Vance banging Charlie Kirk's widow?
Probably.
Well, let's find out. Erica Kirk introduced JD at what I can only assume is a Turning Point cross burning on Wednesday, and it got a little weird. Erica started with her normal, I'm a super sad widow spiel, while wearing leather pants and a crop top. You know, like most mourning women do. Now, I know it might come off as heartless attacking a widow, but footage actually shows Erica putting droplets of fake tears in her eyes on her way to walking onto the stage, so I don't really buy any of her BS.
I mean, this all started out with Trump when he was on stage and he just showed up. Like, I'm willing to bet 17 of my paychecks he had no idea who Charlie Kirk was until after he died. And his media team is like, hey, they're going cuckoo for this nut job. Like, oh, sweet, I got to show up. And he's out there hugging, and he's giving the biggest, like, S-eating grin that you used to give to your boys back in high school. Like, I'm going to nail this broad. And it's like, it's the same look. Like, it's a dude's funeral.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to have to pay to meet this one like I did my current wife.
Yeah. It's like they did what's it called? They did a side-by-side thing with, like, wedding crashers when they start crashing funerals.
Yeah.
And, like, the look Will Ferrell did is the exact same one that Trump had. It's like, it's uncanny.
Oh. So, Erica introduces JD. No one will ever replace my husband, but I do see some similarities of my husband and JD. Vice President Vance. I do, and that's why I'm so blessed to be able to introduce him tonight. So then JD comes out, and they had a real weird hug, with JD's hands on her hips, and Erica's running her hand through the back of his hair, and it's weird. A lot of people are saying on the left that the left's just looking for things to complain about, but I just don't like. If you look at the way this hug was, right, and then replaced Erica Kirk with like your aunt or something, it would start feeling real uncomfortable and incesty. I think where there's smoke, there's fire.
The way that she like held him on it. Well, first of all, walking out in skin tight leather pants like it's an 80s freaking music video, like those are that's a set of pants right there you don't wear for mourning. That's not out there. It's like wearing a Hawaiian shirt to a funeral. Like those don't vibe together. But the fact like she was grabbing the back of his head, like running her fingers through his hair, like I've never gotten a hug like that from the opposite sex. Like unless I'm dating them. What happened there was just wild. Like, that's not just two friends.
Yeah, no, that was a little bit closer than that. And it was weird, like I said. So current tinfoil hat on, current theory is JD is going to divorce Usha, or some sort of tragic window accident's going to happen there. He's going to end up marrying Erica Kirk, and that's going to be how he cements his position as heir apparent for whenever Trump kicks the bucket.
Oh, and I'd like to go ahead and add a leg to that parlay, so to speak. It'll be the inaugural wedding at the ballroom.
Ooh, I like that. Buddy. I like it. I like it. You know what? Since nothing matters anymore, I'm just going to say it's fact. This is all happening.
You guys are fact checking?
Yeah. Well, I believe we agreed we're not fact checking.
They still won somehow. Makes no sense.
Well, it's because it got rigged and it was a big hoax. But again, you're getting ready for the weekend. There's only so much badass you can listen to. So here's some good ones. Here's a quick thing that just popped up here a few minutes ago. Finally, some good news out of DC. Do you remember Sean Dunn?
Yes, the sandwich rower.
Yep, a DC hero or the sandwich guy. He went uber viral a few months back for screaming at a Fed before pegging him in the chest with his Subway sandwich during the Fed invasion of DC earlier this summer. Well, after failing to get a grand jury to indict on felony charges, Fox drunk Janine Pirro decided to file misdemeanor charges instead. and what should have been a slam dunk case for Dunn, since there's a bunch of different videos of it and it went super viral and everybody saw it. Yeah, jury came back and went, nah, didn't see anything, buddy. Not guilty.
What's it called? I remember reading something about the guy testifying. He's like, "What was the sub like?" He's like, "It smelled of lettuce and mustard, and
Yes.
it got onto my shirt." Like, well, that sounds like that's mental damages you'll be in therapy for years.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of talk. They were like, okay, sir, did any of your coworkers present you with a stuffed sandwich and a felony footlong sticker? And they're like, yes, it's on my lunchbox.
It's like, listen, man, if you're gonna dress up as the Punisher, like have a face mask with night vision goggles, look like a Delta team operator, and then you're gonna try to say that someone throwed a sub at you as assault, like those two don't vibe. It's like the Uvalde cop waiting outside until they neutralize the shooter, and his background's the Punisher on his phone. Like,
Yep.
it's either one or the other, man. You can't have both.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Not guilty. Don't screw with DC.
You can't be like, I'm sheepdog. Like, oh my God, lettuce!
I'm here to protect everyone here from the wolves. Like, oh no, onion,
Spicy jalapenos. Ew!
Chipotle. I knew he was Mexican.
Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! Oh, guys, it's still on me.
Oh yeah, couldn't be prouder. Congratulations, DC. You got one right.
So, on that note, I think we're gonna let you guys go into the weekend, and I hope your fantasy team fails miserably because I'm going against you.
I am going to race home so I can watch the Raiders lose by 30 to the Broncos, and just enjoy the next couple days of curb stomping your stupid team.
I'm Alex Midway, and you got this, buddy.
And I'm Eric Halsey. Do you, boo?
Daddy, chill.
Later, Gators.